What's up, everybody? It's the Alex Leak and Friends NFL podcast, back for another episode. On this episode, we're doing the 2019 Philadelphia Eagles season preview. I am your host, Alex Leak, and let's get talking about the Eagles, who made the playoffs as a wild card last season and were an Alshon Jeffrey catch away from upsetting the Saints in the playoffs and getting back to the NFC Championship game. But Nick Foles is no longer on the team. He got traded to the Jaguars. So it's once again Carson Wentz's team, and it's all going to hinge on Carson Wentz's health going forward. But let's look at their draft. Tackle Andre Dillard in the first round out of Washington State. Obviously addressing the offensive line, trying to protect Carson Wentz, and he's the heir apparent to Jason Peters. Andre Dillard is. So solid pick there. In the second round, they got two guys I really like here in the second round. Running back Miles Sanders out of Penn State. Solid pick. Right now, he's the number 2 running back on the depth chart. I mean, he's going to be battling with Corey Clement and Wendell Smallwood, I would think, but he's right in there. Right now, he's second, Corey Clement third, and Jordan Howard is first, who they brought in a trade this offseason. But I like the Miles Sanders pick. I think that he can get in there and get some playing time this year. And it adds to the depth of the running back position. Again, in the second round draft pick, wide receiver J.J. Arcega-Whiteside out of Stanford. This guy's a beast. I think that he can be I think he's a really good fit here in Philadelphia and can be very successful. You add him to already receiving core of Alshon Jeffrey. They added Deshaun Jackson, Nelson Aguilar. Now you got Arcega-Whiteside and Braxton Miller. So a deep wide receiver room there in Philly. Also tight ends like Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert. So they have weapons for days. And then in the 5th round, they draft quarterback Clayton Thorson out of Northwestern. I give the Eagles draft grade a B-. But I like the Sanders and Arcega-Whiteside picks a lot. In free agency, they added defensive tackle Malik Jackson and safety Andrew Sendejo. And then traded for wide receiver Deshaun Jackson, if you remember, former Eagle, so they're bringing him back. He's a little bit older, but we'll see if he can get back to his old ways in Philly and stretch the field and be a dynamic weapon for Philly. They lost Michael Bennett in a trade to the Patriots, and defensive end Chris Long announced his retirement, so he will no longer be on the Eagles. But you know what? The Eagles are set to be damn good once again. They're gonna be competing for the division. They're gonna be in a fight, I believe, with the Dallas Cowboys. And it all hinges on Carson Wentz. 2 years in a row now, he's had an injury end his season prematurely. And Carson Wentz is a competitor. He wants to be healthy, get this team into the playoffs, and try to win him a Super Bowl. But availability is your best ability. And so Carson Wentz has to figure out a way to stay healthy throughout the whole year. If he can and does, then this team is a playoff team. You add running back Jordan Howard. How impactful can Jordan Howard be to this team? I think very impactful. I think he's a better fit on this Eagles roster than he was in the Bears and the scheme they want to run. I think Jordan Howard's a great fit here, and I think he has a big-time season. He did well in Chicago. I was mad we got rid of him in Chicago, but he fits this scheme, this offense, I think, much better. And then, hey, you get a healthy quarterback for a full season. It's a loaded offense with plenty of weapons at running back, tight end, wide receiver, good offensive line. Why can't this Eagles team get back to the Super Bowl? So sky's the limit for Philly. Their expectations have to be high going into 2019. I have them finishing second in the division. They're going to be in a fight with the Dallas Cowboys. I have them going 10-6 and making the playoffs as a wild card. In my opinion, it's just a 2-team race in the NFC East, Eagles and Cowboys. So we'll see if Philly can get the better of the Cowboys and win the NFC East. But no Nick Foles, so it's all of it squarely on Carson Wentz's shoulders. So big year for Philly coming up. I'm sure they're ready to get it going. I can't wait for the season to get started, or at least some training camp. And I hope you guys liked the episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or leave a comment. Tell me where I'm wrong. And I hope you guys like it. Keep tuning in. I'll keep putting out these episodes. And stay tuned. All right. Peace out.